delight giving wonderful course students, course sadhakas. Hearty welcome, hearty salutations to you, gratitudes to you, also congratulations. Then prayers that your life becomes fulfilled in reaching out to the mission or the vision accomplished. May God bless all of us, Gurus bless all of us, that we reach out to the ultimate in this very life. All the 13 Vyaktitvas of Lokaseva, Dharmasthabaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Prerna-yukta, Parishrami, Prashanta, Sanskrita Bhasha, Pravina. How much we are minding these individualities in us and doing our best and increasing our best in making these things deeply rooted in us. Parabrahma Anusandhanam, Ishvara Sharanagati, Jaganmata Prarthana, Devata Ganas Upasana, Guru Ganas Vidheyata, Shastra Gana Nirantara Shravana Adhyayana. These six have to be done consciously to consciously develop those 13 Vyaktitvas. Welcome. Narayana. We are into the study of Yoga Vaashishtha Maharama. For the kind information for all of us, even though a lot depends on the Gurus, the Bhaktas, Acharyas in communicating the subject matter of Shastra to us. It is their duty because they took up the job of speaking whether we have asked for or not. Therefore, most of the thing depends on them only, the Vakta. He has to study, understand, do, experience, then communicate. While Vakta is expected to be like that, so too it is mandatory on the part of the Shrotas, Shishyas, Sadhakas also that they do their best. That is the meaning of Saha Viryam Karavavahai. If Vakta's duty is to study and try to tell us with all Yukti and Upamana the subject matter, the onus of the Shrota, the duty of Shrota is also first and foremost, inevitably, it is regularity. Second is sincerity. And in that sincerity, he also should focus many a times on the subject matter rather than the speaker as well as the way he is speaking. Na? Out of so many ways, one way the mind deludes us is we just don't go to listen to the satsanga of that master or whoever because either we don't like him or he is not the way in his physical expression or vocal expression, you know, likable to us. Because of that, when we don't go, the most beautiful Shastra, we are denied of listening. Therefore, in our classes, forget the Vakta, whoever he is, and also give him a chance or forgive him for all the way he expresses, lacking in language or annotations or vocabulary or variety of speaking skills he may not have to entertain you, to attract you, like many other wonderful, well self trained speakers are there who have all the astra shastra in them to mesmerize the audience. You know, the humors, the variety of a lot of things they are there, oratory skills. We don't possess for whatever reason. You have to forgive. So, not minding that way, the Vakta much and the way of expression in our classes, the suggestion to you, appeal to you, the request to you is focus on the text, focus on the content of the text, focus on how much you have grasped it and how much you have utilized it and how much you have grown. For your information, Vakta also is a Shrota in our class. That the Vakta also is studying along with you, learning along with you, trying to imbibe, trying to implement things that are learned in these Shastras. Especially when we are studying such a profound texts right from morning till night. The Upanishad, the Yoga Darshanam, Mandokyam, Bhagavad Gita, Valmiki Ramayana, Mundaka Upanishad. Again, this one, early morning Shvetashvatara, Yoga Vaashishtha Ramayana, Adya Shankaras, Granthas, though not explaining much about Triprarasam, only Parayan we are saying, and that Shiva Purana, all these, we also as a Shrota have to do our due job of attentively listening, grasping the main contents. In that present text, Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana, this point principle is more important because the content is so perfect, so timely, so beautiful, so informative, so inspiring that if the Vakta is not able to communicate to us it in all that fervor and taste, and therefore, if we are irregular or insincere, we are the losers. More so, who is the one in nowadays taking for us or talking to us on such a colossal, beautiful text called as this Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana. Many people don't even know that there is such a wonderful text is existing. With this, we are knowing the glory of Rama, glory of Valmiki ji, glory of Vasishtha and Vishwamitra ji, and then entire maturity required for our life. The knowledge से जो होता है सारा हमको इसमें दिया जा रहा है. So the onus is also on the Shrotas. They can't be lazy. They can't be careless to say that the Vakta has not spoken well to impress me. Please, this is not a performance. This is not, we are not here to impress you. We are not artists. There are some people who have, along with the Jnanam, along with Anubhuti, they also have the art of oratory. Lucky if you have them, go listen. That's very good. That's so many people go listen. Nothing wrong there. अच्छी बात है. जहाँ भी जाओ शास्त्र सुनो, तत्व शास्त्र सुनो, समझो, साधक बनो, साधना करो, जन्म को सफल बनाओ. This is the only appeal or request. These classes also are aimed only at that. Other than that, no other personal expectations, no other ideas, no other any purposes at all. So now we are into study of this Yoga Vasishtha, Maharamayam, second Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranam, fifth Sarga, POURUSHA STHAPANAM is the topic. And each of the shloka can we measure the cost of that shlokas even by any of the gold or ornaments or diamonds. More precious than all those jewels is the knowledge that's given. And how step by step Bhagavan Sri Vasishtha ji is preparing the mind of Rama and all serious, sincere students among us. How to take up our own life into our own hands and how by doing present in the present the variety of things to be done and sadhanas, not only to combat and defeat the powerful past, but also in the present, utilizing the opportunities, abilities, and time, with the result of which the most beautiful, glorious future is assured for us by ourselves. पास्ट की गलतियों को सुधारते हुए प्रेजेंट को सद्विनियोग करते हुए इस प्रेजेंट पुरुषार्थ के द्वारा हमारा बहुत बढ़िया सा भविष्य फ्यूचर बनाना. प्लीज रिमेंबर these sentences from whomever mouth you listen. Understand that Lord only speaking and don't brush them aside by saying ये तो फिलॉसफी है, ऐसे बोलते हैं, इससे हमारा कोई संबंध नहीं है. In this attitude we are cheated by, deceived by our own mind and arrogance. These are the two shatrus, always opposite to the intelligent intellect, which want to know, which want to grasp, which wants to dominate the life or rule the life because it is the greatest thing. But that buddhi is not allowed to rule. The mind rules. While doing so, it makes ego its slave. Mind and ego put together, they say. ऐसी चीज हमने बहुत बार सुना. इंटेलेक्ट को मौका नहीं देते कि इसको समझकर ओहो जीवन हैज टू बी लिव्ड इन दिस वे फॉर द पीस एंड प्रॉस्पेरिटी एंड एवोल्यूशन. द चांस इज नॉट गिवन टू द इंटेलेक्ट. लेट अस नॉट डू दैट मिस्टेक. Let the intellect listen, grasp, and allow the intellect to rule. Let the mind and ego be submissive, subservient to the intellect's guidance, which has guidance from the Shastras, the Guru Parampara, to live a fully well life, beautiful life. So we are seeing the Adyatana Purushartha, which is in our hands, how best that has to be done so that all the past is eradicated, its effects are nullified, and then we are making a habit of continuous Purushartha so that we are succeeding continuously. First success is in making our own livelihood. Second success is in serving the world. Third success with Purushartha is serving the Lord. Fourth and final success with the Purushartha in the present we achieve is discover and become one with the Divine Lord. All of them. Success in the world includes all types of your academic successes, professional successes, name and fame, lot of money, all that only by present Purushartha. Higher than that is with them only, not for me, but serving the world. Like I'm a doctor. I'm a selfish doctor for my own money, for my own name and fame. That's so for some years it goes on. Later on, the doctor to serve the world. Then the doctor to serve the Ishtadevata Lord. You don't read the Lord, but you serve the people only. But the attitude is, it is to please my Krishna, my Ram. Thereafter, that professional work is done, withdraw from it, totally focus on the Purushartha of Atma Jnana only. But all in all, Purushartha, Purushartha, Purushartha. Swapurushartha, Swapurushartha, Swapurushartha. In the present, in the present, in the present. By our own selves, by our own self, by our own selves. With all the fervor, all the zeal, all the zest, all the inspiration, all the commitment, whatever you can use all the words. I fail in vocabulary. Even Vashishtha fails in vocabulary. Therefore, he says, like biting your own teeth by your own teeth. Dantaihi dantan vichurdayan is an example taken by Vasishtha only to say that I can't tell you by any of the other words. In that way, fully, wholeheartedly, with all capacities, involved in your Purushartha in the present. And thus, yesterday's last two, three shlokas are while living like that, defeat nullify, neutralize all the effects, influences of past in such a manner, even an iota of the past's negatives are disturbing us in the present. ये वाला जो बताएंगे बताया कल हमने, we start with that sloka only today, is of most profound importance. Fields are any, as we told, the fields are economically I am back, how to become front. I know socially I am aloof, how to become one with the society. Name and fame I am zero, how to be famous that way. In all those things, present work can eradicate the past and make a beautiful present and future. Spiritually seen, overpowered by Tamo Rajoguna in the past, with the present Satoguna, that can be overpowered. So too, the values positive, divine I don't have, only devilish values I have. Then, in the present Purushartha, we have to involve in positive values. In so much that the past is zero-fied. That is the meaning of apichet suduracharaha. It is the past. But present, bhajate mam ananya bhak. What is future? Sadhureva samantavya. पास्ट में दुराचारिता, प्रेजेंट में अनन्य भाव से ही इज डूइंग भगवत भजना, फ्यूचर इज ही इज ए साधु. Durachara became sadhu because of the present change. Then Kshipram Bhavati Dharma. He will be the one doing outer dharmas and inner dharmas. Shashvat Shanti Nigachati. He will reach to the Shashwata Shanti of Brahmanamurti only. Therefore, Kaunteya Arjuna Pratijanihi. Know for certain for yourself and tell everybody that Bhagwan's Bhakta never perishes. Me Bhakta na marish. Na me Bhakta pranashyati. Me Bhakta na pranashyati. You serve me, become my devotee and succeed, become an example to others. So there, the Bhakti Purushartha was taught. The Karma Purushartha, the Bhakti Purushartha, the Jnana Purushartha. Karma Purushartha to fulfill our duties in the world. Bhakti Purushartha is to please the Lord who has sent us here. Jnana Purushartha is to reach the Lord from whom we came, to become one with Him. Profound, beautiful text it is, mind you. Let us start with our Prarthana Sankalpa quickly. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saviryangaravavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharushabhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyo. Om Yirime Gurubhi Purvam Padavakya Pramanadaha Vyakyata Sarva Satchastraha Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Avadamapahārtāram Dātāram Sarvasampadām Lokaviramam Sriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattuliyam Ramanama Varanane Pujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kokilam Valmiki Hermuni Simhasya Kavitavanacharanaha शृण्वन् रामकथानादं कोनयाति पराङ्गतिम्. ॐ तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे. विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं. तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः. ॐ पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर् जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिगलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. सद्गुरुन् तन्नमामि। ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास आदि समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषि मुनि गुरु देवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः सांप्रदायानां मोक्षमार्गाणां भक्तिज्ञानयोगादि प्रक्रियाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणां आचार्याणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां भक्त शिष्य साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु श्रोतॄणाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्ण आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा प्रेरणोत्साह ज्ञानादीनां प्राप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां दिव्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयागादि साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरे स्थित समस्त शत्रूणां समूल शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं विश्वे मोक्ष धर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम अध्ययनम साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम विश्व कल्याणार्थम भारत वर्षार्थम सनातन धर्मार्थम एवं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षये नमः। योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम द्वितीय प्रकरणम मुमुक्षु व्यवहार प्रकरणम पंचम सर्गः पौरुष संस्थापनं नाम। Yes, friends. Yesterday's shloka, so beautiful. 10th one. Two or three shlokas. I am repeating of the earlier day only to be in continuation of the subject matter covered, and also because those shlokas are of utmost importance and value. Like today, the 10th shloka. What it was said? Praktanaha purusharthosau mam niyojayati tidhihi balad adhaspadi karya pratyakshadadhikanasha. What a beautiful guidance here. Just listen carefully the literal meaning. Explanation I will not give. Catch the point. What is it? Praktanaha purushartha asau, the earlier done purushartha, in bracket the present in present it comes as prarabdha, that praktana purushartha balat, because of its overpowering strength, mam, me, in the present, by not allowing me to do my present purushartha, niyojayati, it is controlling this type of dhi, this buddhi को, this wrong notion को अधस्पदी कार्य, उसको हिंदी में कहे तो अपने पाँव के नीचे कुचल डालो, दबा डाल दो उसको। अधस्पदी कार्य, Karya means karna chahiye, to be done. Adhaspada means don't allow it to overpower your present purushartha. The thing, the thought, the understanding or the wrong understanding, wrong acceptance that my past is more powerful and overpowering and not allowing me the purushartha to be done in the present, that thought should be suppressed. It should not be overpowered. We have to overpower it. Asau praktana purushartha mam niyojayati. That is the one which is putting me according to its own choice. I have no choice in the present to execute what I need or want. That thought is the one which is so dangerous. Usko suppress kar do. Adaspadi karya. And what is the greatest gift of assurance and inspiration we have to receive from Sri Vasishtha ji in doing this with his experience? है ना? He says the sentence Pratyakshat Adhika Na Sa. That Praktana Purushartha can never be Adhika, stronger, more overpowering than the present Purushartha. The present Purushartha is more stronger and powerful than the Praktana Purushartha. With this thought, with this understanding, that I can eradicate the influence of the past in the present, and in the present, I will do what is to be done. With this inner dhi, with this inner conviction, keep doing the positive in the present so that the past's whatever negative is suppressed or eliminated or not allowed to show influence or overpower. Any of the fields it is, as I told you in the beginning, the financial matters, the social status matters. You know, in the past I couldn't do, therefore I was at a lowest stage now. So I'll continue like that. I can't grow in my life. I can't do anything. I'm like that. I'm good for nothing. No. In spiritual field also, isn't it? People say this. I never chanted Sanskrit. How can I do now? That is the meaning. I never chanted means the praktana useless purushartha. We have not studied. No, that overpowers me. How can I do now? That should be removed, replaced by this thought. The present Purushartha is more powerful than the past. With this deep conviction, start chanting. You will be able to do. I can't chant the stotra, I can't chant Veda mantras, I can't chant these mantras of our Shastra, I cannot come to the class regularly, I cannot do my japa puja. For everything, past मैंने कभी किया था, मैं अब कैसे कर सकता हूँ? This is the weakness our Vaashishtha ji wants to remove in all people, because every individual is potentially infinitely powerful and divine, and opportunities and freedoms are so beautifully put in front of us for doing Shreyas, doing good in the present, and growing in life, evolving in life. So, pratyakshat adhika na sa. From this pratyaksha purushartha that can be done in this present moment, that past is not so great. Again, in giving up any of the habits, of the weaknesses, or any of the addictions. मैं उसका आदती हो गया हूँ, आई कांट लीव इट. नो, यू कैन लीव इट. अच्छे गुण का चीज मैंने कभी नहीं किया, अब कैसे कर सकता हूँ? नो, यू कैन डू इट. In this way, Vasishtha ji told once, we have to tell it 10,000 times for ourselves. Like the teacher used to give ना, स्कूल में बचपन में हम करते एक सेंटेंस लिखते हैं और उसको नीचे हम पूरा कॉपी में वो पूरा पेज लिखना है. Like that she will give the 10 sentences एक ही बार. We have to do each one of them 100, 20, 30, 200 symposium. क्या कहते थे उसको? Imposition. We have to do 1,000 times this thought. कि my past is not powerful than my present is powerful than the past. I will not allow this the or the thought that I cannot do anything in the present because I have not done in the past. I will not allow that thought to be entertained. I will only say to myself, present is glorious, it's a great opportunity. I can do things in such a manner that the past is defeated. ऐसे हजार बार खुद कहते ना that weakening thought in our mind, the weakening convictions that are there in our mind, which are used as excuses and justifications, they go away, they get weakened. Then I can do, I shall do, I shall do. This positive optimistic thought becomes stronger. With that, we can do any efforts of reaching to any heights in the outer worldly successes, up to becoming one with the Hiranyagarbha. We can do sadhanas to reach. In the pure spiritual parlance, we can become one with that supreme Brahman. Ambada, everybody have their past. Whoever have overpowered their past in the present with their special present Purushartha, they alone have grown in lives, worldly or spiritual, secular or sacred. We are no exception. We also can do and achieve great achievements, worldly and spiritual. Bas, just believe in that and start doing. See the love of Vaashishtha and Rama and all of us. With this idea only Rama could do all his Purusharthas in his life, whether to go with Vishwamitra, whether to marry Sita and all, or going and staying in jungle for 14 saal, or making the bridge and finish Ravanadi, or after Sitaji's departure, but 11,000 years, all alone he ruled the kingdom. All alone means, without even Sitaji, he remained all alone and he did the work. That Adyatana Purushartha. Clear? Continue it. Doshah Shamyatah Tavat Prayatnena Yatitavyam Supaurusham Praktanam Paurusham Yavatu Ashubham Shamyati Swayam. Here, an assurance also is given. In the assurance on itself, the duty also is told. Or to be done is told, to be done duty. In that only the result is assured. Be careful here. He says, tavat prayatnena yatitavyam supaurusham. Supaurusham means in the present, the positive purushartha. Till that time, in that way, by all means, it has to be done such a way that praktanam paurusham. The earlier done whatever the bad is there, which is influencing or trying to disturb our present Purushartha, Praktanam Parusham, what is that? Ashubham. All that Ashubham, Yavat Swayam Shamyati. It itself becomes quietened and goes away. तो क्वाइट होकर खत्म होने तक प्रेजेंट पुरुषार्थ करो. प्रेजेंट पुरुषार्थ अच्छी तरह से करोगे, योर पास्ट पुरुषार्थ विल बिकम क्वाइट एंड रिमोट. This you can see in YouTube or animal channels जो होते हैं ना, the what you call the geographical channels and all. That Jantu is little weaker than the stronger Jantu there. Example, a dog and cat. Actually, the cat runs, dog chases. Suddenly, once the cat stops there and turns towards the dog and starts showing its own anger or ferociousness, डॉग रुक जाता है, वो डर जाता है, वो थोड़ा ज्यादा कर दिया मानो भाग भी जाता है वो. Don't you see so many of these hyenas or other animals also in group they attack the tiger. Tiger is more powerful, but that runs away. How many examples we have seen in that? In the same way, till the time that the past becomes zerofied, past negative becomes zerofied, do the positive in the present continuously. जरूर that influence of the past चला जाएगा. So from spiritual standpoint देखा जाए, in the past I am a kami, krodhi, vishay, lampato. So many vasanas are there in me. Therefore, in the present, I cannot come to the class. I cannot study Shastra. I cannot do sadhanas to purify myself. I cannot do the sadhana to tune to the God. No, ऐसा कर शुरू ही नहीं करोगे तो. अब ये नहीं किया तो वही करते जाओगे पास्ट वाले. Then they become stronger and stronger. That's how the Britishers and the Rakshasas ruled us. That we went on becoming weak and weak only in front of them. Hundreds of years. How can foreigners come and rule us? Bewakoof. And suddenly some people have awakened to this fact. They raised the voice. Every of non-cooperation movement से लेकर The active dynamic even required extremist steps they have taken. These fellows ran away. And the बेवकूफ लोग अब तक भी सॉरी नहीं बोलते for all the nonsense they have done to India. The Britishers mainly. You know, they have to say sorry, oh India, we have troubled you a long time करके. ये प्राइम मिनिस्टर को उतना औकात नहीं लगता है. जो प्रेजेंट है उनसे सारी कहवाए. दोस्ती तो बना लिया, इट्स ओके, बट नॉट सफिशिएंट. Every other countries which have attacked our, the French, Portuguese, Dutch, जितने थे, इट्स लाइक ए स्लम एरिया का साइज भी नहीं है वो अपने इंडिया का. ऑल दोज कंट्रीज पुट टुगेदर इज इन बॉम्बे वो एक एरिया है ना, उससे भी कम है. दे रूल्ड अस फॉर हंड्रेड्स ऑफ इयर्स एंड लूटेड अस सो मेनी थिंग्स. होगा कोई आगे वाला राजा आएगा जो कहलवाएगा उनसे वी आर सॉरी. लाइक पाकिस्तान ने घुटने टेका अबाउट द कारगिल वार. The fellow said, it was our mistake. It's only beginning. It is out, inside also. So feel that feeling. That's what I told you in the introduction. The speaker may miss the vocabulary. He may miss the way of telling or expression. So don't look at the speaker and his language. See the thought conveyed by the Rishi in the Shastra. The Rishi is Vaashishtha here. Focus on that topic. Forget the speaker. Speaker has his own limitations he has got. What to do? So in the present, let us vigorously involve in the positive activities with all the capacities and resources that we have, that all the past influences are reduced and shamyati, they become neutralized completely. Like the Indian army should be so strategically should work that way that from the root, every of the terrorist leaders have to be eliminated. करना चाहिए somehow. Then when the न रहेगा बास न बजेगी बांसुरी. Economically they are isolated, alienated from the total world, isn't it? And then the main culprits, they have to be frightened and threatened. अब एक एक बिल्ली जो है भागड़ बिल्ली जाकर छिप जा रहे सारे. This is the powerful thing. History may remember, I don't know, but the glorious work is happening in front of our own eyes. And yet, again, I am going out of topic. We stupid fellows vote to such non-Desha Bhaktas, such people who are the haters of Sanatan Dharma. लानत है ऐसे वोट डालने के ऊपर. वोट डालकर उनको जिता रहे. महापाप नरक में जाओगे तुम, तो मैं कहूंगा. मैं तो ऐसे बात नहीं कहता हूँ. I can't waste my tapasya and all. But what to do? Love for the nation, love for the dharma, not because of fanaticism, but because of its true greatness and glory. As it is outside, so it is inside. As it is inside, so it is outside. Outer and inner, both present Purushartha should be so strong that the past negative is eliminated. Puja Gurudev always used to say, past modified in the present is the future. He used to give that roaring clarion call and lion-like roar to the youth specially. Yes, your elders, our elders, the past people have done terrible, drastic mistakes. So what? They tried their best. Let us know what mistakes they have done. Give them due respect. Forget them. In the present, rectify all those mistakes and do the best in the present in such a manner that you are creating a glorious future for you. And whatever the mistakes you commit inadvertently in the present, your future generations will rectify them. And thus, generation after generation, let us grow, let us glow, let us evolve. Gurudev's lectures are powerful. He is Vaashishtha Avatara. This is what whoever has said correct. Listening to these slokas, studying them, exactly we can relate Puja Gurudev is Vaashishtha Amsha Avatara only. No doubt. मेरे को तो conviction हो गया अभी तो. Continuation, let us see. दोषः साम्यत्य संदेहं प्राक्तनोद्यतनैर्गुणैः दृष्टान्तोऽत्र हि ह्यस्तनस्य दोषः स्यात् दोषस्याद्य गुणैः क्षयः. हम्म, हम्म। दोषः शाम्यत्यसन्देहं प्राक्तनोद्यतनैर्गुणैः दृष्टान्तोऽत्र ह्यस्तनस्य दोषस्य अद्य गुणैः क्षयः. So asandeham doshah shamyati. Of the past, whatever the doshas are there. Past doshas are vasanas, nature, the habits, negative. These are the praktana doshas. Because we were not informed positively, we were misguided by the non-positive people. Therefore, we made such vasanas, nature and habit. But all those dosha of the praktana, shamyati asandeham, doubtlessly it will be eliminated adyatanaihi gunaihi, by today's gunas. So कल के दोष आज के गुणों से हम निकाल सकते हैं. Dushtantha atraha. There is an example every day we go through. What is that? Hyastanasya doshasya adya gunaihi kshayaha. The mistakes done yesterday, by doing correcting today, we correct them. Like yesterday's dosha was too much we have eaten. It led to the stomach pain and all. And today, by taking correct medicine as well as doing the upavasa, are we not rectifying the yesterday's mistake and its effort? Very gross example we give. In the same way, yesterday you were angry unknowingly by your mistake and made that person annoyed. And today, by going to that person and saying, sorry, I was in anger and rage yesterday. I didn't know I was at mistake. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. With this guna of today, of love and asking for forgiveness, yesterday's dosha of becoming angry unnecessarily and disturbing relation, is it not rectified? ऐसे हजारों एग्जाम्पल्स वशिष्ठ जी कहते हैं तुम लो अपनी ही जिंदगी के. You are doing it, but you are not remembering them. Remember them, get inspired from your own examples. So, hyastanasya doshasya adya gunaihi kshayaha. Yesterday's doshas are eliminated by the guna. Two things are there, guna and dosha. Guna is positive, dosha is negative. In that one very important point is conveying within the main points, which we should not miss to catch, is what? In the present, do guna only. Don't do the dosha in the present. When you call purushartha, it's always positive only. Otherwise, how can the Shastra tells do negative? शास्त्र का अर्थ ही हमसे सत्य और धर्म और आध्यात्म ही करने को कहते हैं. Therefore, today's guna should eliminate yesterday's bad dosha. Yesterday I was hating, today let me love. Yesterday I was angry, today let me forgive. Yesterday I was lazy, today let me be active and dynamic. Yesterday I was frustrated, frowning, miserable, stupid fellow, today laugh it off. Yesterday Buddhu Beakoff ignorant, today be wise. Yesterday I did not come to the class, today let me come. Yesterday I did not do my homework of studying this Shastra again, today let me do. Yesterday I have not done my japa, आज मुझे करना है. Yesterday I didn't do my meditation, today. Yesterday I didn't salute my parents or the guru, today let me do. Yesterday के इतने सारे दोष उसको आज के गुणों से दूर करो. एंड आज कोई दोष नहीं करना. Each of the shloka is so million rupees worth. That's why I'm going slowly. For my sake, क्योंकि मैं तो पढ़ रहा हूँ साथ से मेरे लिए थोड़ा जोर से पढ़ रहा हूँ. For others also audible it is. Those who want to come and listen and learn. So doshah shamyati asandeham praktanah. So praktanah doshah asandeham shamyati. Adyatanair gunaihi. With the presently done gunas, the positivities. कल का गरीबी, टुडे वर्क हार्ड, यू स्टार्ट एटलीस्ट गेटिंग योर ओन रोटी रोजी. है ना. कल का लोनलीनेस यू कैन अवॉइड टुडे बाय डेवलपिंग द आर्ट ऑफ टॉकिंग एंड टॉक लविंगली टू समबडी. एक बंदा तो मिल ही जाएगा आपको. कल का दोष इन द ऑफिस, yesterday you got banging because you went late. Today you can go on time and little early and do little more work by staying for more time. You will be appreciated. Which is the place where we cannot improve upon? We can. Only thing is we must. We have to realize that we can. We can. That's it. We must. First is can. Can is important. I always tell you, remember, एटलीस्ट 5 बार तो बोला होगा पिछले 5 साल में, when Puja Gurudev came to Hyderabad, 1991, I think, or 90. He had his own yajna. One day, always when he comes, one lecture will be there for the youngsters. We used to call it a youth meet, not MEAT, MEET. He used to love the youngsters so much. So we asked, we were the organizers, na? मतलब youth में wing में थे. Gurudev, please tell us the topic. He gave the topic, can I? CANI, can I? What a roaring lecture it was in Ravindra Bharat. 89, 90, I think so, 90. Then again next year he used to love this place. हर साल आते थे, 2 साल कम 3 साल. Next year again one more youth meet. We asked Gurudev suggest the topic. We didn't tell him or remind him of what was the last year topic. This year he gave the topic we can. Last year was can I, and he remembered it. And we can he gave in that lecture in so many of thoughts long back. One of the thought was all my youngsters, if they can kick away all their luxuries or comforts and bhoga, etc., of nonsense of Naj Gana for this 1 year and dedicate for Sanatana Dharma, dedicate for their own spiritual evolution, the whole country, the world can change. That was very inspiring. And in that group, we were there, 5 of organizers. I mean, all the 5 of us joined Gurudev. After that lecture, inspired by that. You know, are these not the subject matter curriculum should be there in the schools and colleges, which inspire us to do positive, not only to rectify the past, but doing positive is to be made as habit. यार ये मेन नॉलेज है, नॉट योर फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री ऑल, देर ओनली भोगी बनाते हैं आपको. इज ओनली क्रिएटर ऑफ द भौतिक वस्तुस where we become slaves to our own upadhis and slaves to the world. We become dead as a purusharthi. चलने दो उसको, हम तो रोक नहीं सकते. The whole world is moving that direction. All other countries other than India are bhoga bhumis. So you compete with them to sustain, no problem. But how can you give up your own roots, oh my dear Indian? India's roots are Sanatana Dharma and the Shastra and the Adhyana and the spiritual evolution. The personality beautification inner. How can we sacrifice or compromise or forget it? Other people of the other country, they can't because they don't have. They just started. कोई country 100 साल पहले का है, कोई 200, कोई 400, कोई 1000 साल, उतना ही 2000. हमारा तो Bharat Mata with all the Rishi Muni parampara of spirituality is from time immemorial, no? Worse than the Britishers were the rulers in our country for the last 65 years, consciously, deliberately, they have suppressed Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, and all spirituality. Be conscious of it. Consciously, they have done it. Never ever allowed us to grow, and other people they have given chance more. The present government डर करने का कोशिश कर रहा है, लेकिन डर रहा है. क्योंकि the opposition party will raise the slogans of the constitution, the secularism, etc., the nonsense things. And we, the Bewakoof, less informed Hindus, Murak, we get carried away those words and we vote them. And we defeat such a great people even in Ayodhya, where the Ram Mandir is made. We are such a stupid fellows. We should get kicks only, I tell you. We Hindus. Somebody should come and awaken them with all the positivity somehow. Become Kattars Hinduvadi, Sanatan Dharmavadi, and vote only for Hindus and select Hindus and make India Hindu country and change the whole constitution. For the interest not only of the India, for the whole universe. Mind you, I am not fanatic. I am not telling like the other religious people. We know the glory of Sanatan Dharma and the principles thereof said of all the 4 Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, where it's a universal development and universal growth without any biasness or fighting or hatred. Sanatan Dharma teaches. By the way, I'm telling, even that also we have to rectify the past negative and don't do the negative in the present. Okay, dृष्टान्तो हि अत्र हि ह्यस्तनस्य दोषस्य अद्य गुणैः क्षयः. Yesterday's doshas can be destroyed by today's guna. Can we write these points in our own language on paper in our mother tongue, put it on our own windows or walls or the mirror so that we refer to them, or at least write in a notebook which you refer every 3 days, 4 days? These are the salient points. Now come the more and more powerful shlokas. एक श्लोक जबरदस्त. एक आगे वाले श्लोक में तो गाली देंगे वशिष्ठ जी हमको, जबरदस्त. I really congratulate him and thank him also. It will come just after one shloka. Before that, the shloka is asaddaivam adha krutva nityam udriktaya dhiya samsarottaranam bhutyai yateta dhatumatmane. From here, the spiritual teachings start. General teaching said so far about the present performance to overpower the past weaknesses or failures. So thus, make a strong foundation for the successes in the present and future. Now, spiritual thoughts start. He says, Asat Daivam. Asat Daivam means the unreal, the Daiva, the past of the past Purushartha, Adhakrutva. Usko niche पटक कर, by overpowering it, by putting it under our own feet, Adhakrutva. And what to be done? Nityam Udriktaya Dhiya. Continuously with the highly inspired, convinced intellect which has got information, intellect which has got the conviction, and with the information, knowledgeable and convinced intellect, with udriktata, with so much of power and ferociousness, what is to be done? Yateta, we have to try. What we have to try? Samsara uttaranam atmani adhatum bhutyai. For the bhuti, for the growth in spirituality, we have to do what? Atmani adhatum samsara uttaranam. So to cross the samsara and to grow spiritually within ourselves, whatever the spiritual qualities, spiritual knowledges we have to gain, for that, with so much of udrikta buddhi, let us try suppressing all the past which has gone and dead and gone. So, asad daivam adha krutva nityam udriktaya dhiya samsara uttaranam and bhutyai yateta atmani adhatum. So, within our own selves, to remove the samsara, within ourselves, to do and experience the spiritual evolution, let us put efforts in the present with so much of ferociousness that the past, which is dead and gone, is totally eradicated, forgotten. It is not even looked at also. असद दैवम अधकृत्वा. टपका दो उसको, उसके सामने खुद टपक मत जाना. असद दैवम अधकृत्वा नित्यम उद्रिक्तया धिया. नित्यम इज इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड. कंटिन्यूअसली. लाइफ में क्या होता है ना, लाइक द शुगर डायबिटिक पेशेंट, थोड़ा सा 1 घंटा खाना लेट हो गया, हाँ हाइपोग्लाइसेमिया, ही फील्स लाइक दैट. सडनली खा लिया हाइपरग्लाइसेमिया, आ जाओ किससे लड़ेंगे हम. As it happens at the body level, in the mind also, inspiration comes. Suddenly we try to do something for 10 minutes. After that, suddenly the past influences so much that Gayore Baba, like our YouTube people. One day they come to the class and sit and listen and take a decision कि हर दिन बाबा जी का क्लास सुनेंगे. And after the class सो जाते हैं. 2 महीने तक पता ही नहीं होता कि वो बाबा जी चिल्ला रहे थे. Past kama krodha vikara overpower and we get derailed, or the weakness comes, or laziness comes, or tiredness comes, or temptations come, or padosi comes, or comes, anybody comes, he comes only. Krishna को disturb करने के लिए. That is why the word nityam, udriktaya dhiya. And again for this, Pujya Gurudev is example. Even at the age of 75, 77, he was always in the udrikta mode. People used to talk about him. ऐसे क्यों है बाबा जी इतना चिल्ला के बोलते, धीरे धीरे बोल सकते ना. At the age of 75, I have seen him walking so fast in the railway station Hyderabad to catch the train to Mumbai. उन दिनों में इतना फ्लाइट्स तो नहीं थे. The whole committee member who are 25, 30 years younger to him, they were running behind only. He was walking with, it's a like gait like a lion and all. गए बैठ हम जाके उनके चरण में, देखो ये वाला गुरुदेव ने वहीं दिया था ट्रेन में. Ferociousness, nityam udrikta diya. He never allowed any of the tamo and rajo gunas, any of the bodily difficulties to overpower his mission of life. 2:30 बजे उठ जाते हैं, सुबह 3 बजे उठ जाते. He will write 200 letters, 150 letters. Then 5:30 he goes for meditation class and teaching the Swamis, Brahmacharis. Again he's on the work, 1 class, 2 class per day, 3 classes, writing articles, writing commentaries on books. He's a master. He was never taking rest. He used to say, if I rest, I rest. There's the meaning of Udriktaya Diya. Like Hanumanji. Rama Kaju Kine Bino, Mohi Kaha Vishrama. And Rama Karya never ends. No Vishranti. Keep on doing, doing, doing. That the rest, that the seeking of enjoyment, wanting some time pass, are such negativities in us which will make our present wasted. एंड ह्यूमन लाइफ इज सच वन ना, देखते देखते बूढ़े हो जाते हैं, सारे एनर्जियां चला जाते हैं. दैट्स वाई कबीर दास जी, काल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अब, पल में परलय होएगी, भौरी करोगे कब. These are all the experiences of the masters. In our interest, they gave us and went. We have to grasp them. So, nityam udriktaya diya, है ना, असत दैवम अधः कृत्वा samsara uttaranam and bhutya yateta, to transcend the samsara and for spiritual evolution yateta. And what is the yatnam to be done? Atmani adhatum, and to bring into your own self. Naturally, what are the things to be brought into our own selves in spirituality? These 13 things. You all know this. You come to our classes regularly. What are the 13 things we have to invoke in ourselves? Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dama, उपरम. 5 हो गए ना. तितिक्षा, श्रद्धा, समाधानम, मुमुक्षुत्व. 9 हो गए ना. श्रवण, मनन, निधिध्यासन. 12 हो गए ना. देन ध्यान, परमात्मानुभूति. आत्मनि आधातुम, to bring all these 13 things in ourselves, which is called as bhuti. And when this is achieved, samsara uttaranam is done. We are transcending the samsara of janma marana ityadi. For that you have to do the prayatnam udriktaya dhiya. What is about the past? आधा कृत्वा, उसको कुचल डालो अपने पाँव के नीचे, है ना. असत दैवम अध कृत्वा, उसको नीचे पाँव के नीचे दबाकर. Like that famous discussion question, है ना. What is that? How to be on the top of the world? We ask these questions to the children, youth. How to be top on the world? So many people, so many answers they give. बच्चे अच्छे अच्छे आंसर देते हैं. This one, that one. Swami, this I have to do top on the world, top on the world. Yesterday I saw 5 minutes the climbing of Everest Mount, ऊपर वाला. कितना डर लगा मुझे वो देखकर वगैरह. एनीवे वहां तो वो कोल्ड वेदर को देखकर ही मेरे को सांस फूले लगे इधर डर के, बाबा मेरे को नहीं जाना. एंड टुडे न्यूज इज सितंबर कैलाश यात्रा इज फ्रॉम इंडियन रूट फ्रॉम पिथौरागढ़, है ना. वृद्ध जागेश्वर जागरेश्वर मार्ग से हम 1 किलोमीटर आगे गए थे 4 साल पहले. आगे बढ़ नहीं पाए, रोड नहीं बना पूरा, जंगल तक गए थे. फ्रॉम दैट रूट, इंडियन रूट 6.5 kilometers रीच कैलाश. Anyway, the point is how to be on the top of the world. This question, the children, youth, you answer so many. Then they all fail. So you only tell me, by putting the world under your feet, that you can be on the top of the world. The world means the things and beings. Don't allow them to overpower you, that you have no free will to work for your own goal. वो बात है वहां. यूथ को बात उस तरह से बताना है ना. All these are for the youth only. Rama is youth of 14-15 years. So the youth lectures our Vaashishtha ji is giving. Lecture of the youngsters. In the same way, like how to be on the top of the world by keeping the world under our feet. So to how to work overpoweringly in the present, and overpowering the past by putting the past under our feet. गुरुदेव जी कहते हैं ना, दफना दो पास्ट, डोंट डिग द ग्रेव ऑफ द पास्ट. हो गया. We were Murak, we were Bewakuf, we were Vishayi, we were Samsari, we are Dushta, we have done lot of mistakes, we might have gone to jail, we were humiliated, insulted. Every Mahatma so called in the world have their past like this. But they overpowered that in the present and achieved these heights. And again, that's why the famous quotation, every saint is the past sinner and every sinner is a future saint. Isn't it? We might have sinned in the past. So what? In the present, let us walk. And the world will not spare. Even little mistakes we do, they'll keep on pointing out. We have to realize from that also. कि अच्छा थोड़ा भी बर्दाश्त नहीं करते दुनिया 99% you do good, they don't even appreciate. 1% something bad you do, they just depreciate. They troll you so much. That's the God's grace. That even 1% also Lord doesn't tolerate our negative or bad. He wants us 100% perfect as He is. By the way. So in this way, asad daivam atah krutva nityam udriktaya dhiya, then yateta bhutya yateta samsarottaranam yateta atmani adhatum. By bringing all the spirituality into the heart, doing the sadhana, by achieving the spiritual emancipation, en route, totally transcending the samsara. Let us put efforts every day to achieve this. What are the past? Just forget it. Okay, Avas, good riddance of the bad rubbish. They call it in English. Correct? Now comes the next sloka. I'll only chant it and tell you. क्योंकि मैंने कहा ना गाली देंगे वहाँ. Let us enjoy that also. Narayana Vaashishtha was not hesitating. In front of him, thousands of the saints, the Namaschara and Mahichara, all the sadhus are there, along with the special people of all walks of life of the Ayodhya, they're all assembled. बट वशिष्ठ जी ने हेजिटेट नहीं किया कहने को. बाय द वे क्या कहा उन्होंने? लेट अस चैंट द श्लोक. न गंतव्यमनुद्योगैः साम्यं पुरुषगर्दभैः उद्योगस्तु यथा शास्त्रं लोकद्वितय सिद्धये. He says, na gantavyam samyam. Samyam na gantavyam. Don't become like them or don't be in company of them. Don't allow them to be in your company. Who are they? Anudyogaihi. Those for hundreds of reasons. The main one is of the past, that in the present they are not doing their udyoga. Their purusha prayatna, the swapurushartha of the present, the paurusham, those who are not doing, you don't be like them and you don't allow them to be with you. And the word used by Vaashishtha ji for them, it is Purusha Gardha Bhaihi. ये जो गधे लोग हैं, ह्यूमन बीइंग, जो प्रेजेंट में मेहनत नहीं करते हैं, डोंट बी इन देयर कंपनी, डोंट बिकम लाइक देम. पुरुष गधा कह दिया वहां सीधा सबको. लिखा इधर. सी पुरुष गर्दभै ही साम्यम न गंतव्यम. एंड हु आर द पुरुष गर्दभ? अनुद्योग. Those are not udyoga, not doing udyoga or parishrama or purushartha in the present. It is applicable to all in this today's moment. If I am not doing purushartha for two reasons, one of the past, all of that, second in the present, I am tempted in all this bhoga and distraction. I am not greater than any donkey only. डॉन बनने निकला, कोई काम नहीं किया, उसको की लगा दिया, डॉन्की बन गया. पुरुष गर्दभ कह रहे जो प्रेजेंट में काम नहीं करते. Then later on, Vasishtha must have reconciled himself by saying this, I am insulting the donkey because donkey's work, this useless human being is not even working as much the donkey is working. And India and any part of the world where there is no progress or prosperity, the reason is there are the Anudyoga Purusha Gardava, the non-performing leeches and liabilities of the society, the consumers, the receivers. Which other country has more consumers and receivers, that goes into dogs, that gets destroyed very quickly. In that country where the producers, the creators, the givers are more, that country grows, prospers in every aspect. Why the China and Japan have grown? Producers are more there than consumers. Therefore, so much. Why the Pakistan, Sri Lanka and India also till 10 years back? Why we were beggars going to IMF big मांगे? अब पाकिस्तान देख के हंसते हम. In 1980s, 70s, we were worse than them. Because all lazy fellows. Now the government has changed, the world has changed, cost of living growing, ambitions have grown, people started working, therefore India is growing day by day. अब ना पुरुष गर्दव नहीं है, हम मेहनत करके पैसे कमा रहे, बट पुरुष भोगी वी आर ऑल मिसिंग आवर ओन स्पिरिचुअल एवोल्यूशन, which is our original main goal, by the way. So then second line he says, Udyogahatu. Don't be the anudyogi, do the udyoga. And how it has to be? Yatha Shastram. As said in the Shastra. And for what? Lokadvaya siddhaye. For prospering here and hereafter and prospering spiritually also. Lokadvaya means ab or aage. दोनों में सिद्धि विजय पाने के लिए. Here loka means the worldly loka as well as spiritual loka. In the worldly loka, dharma and artha kama. These three purusharthas. In the spirituality, the moksha purushartha. दोनों लोकों में सिद्धि के लिए पुरुष प्रयत्न यथाशास्त्र करना चाहिए. जो नहीं करेगा वो गधा है. यू डोंट बी लाइक दैट. हे राम. अब ये सुनने के बाद श्री राम जी तो फिर डिसाइड कर लेंगे जिंदगी भर के लिए. आई विल नॉट बी कॉल्ड बाय माय गुरु एज ए डोंकी. लेट हिम कॉल मी एज डॉन ओनली, नॉट डोंकी. एंड रामा लिव्ड लाइक दैट ओनली. पुरुष प्रयत्न. See that when we listen to these talks, all our lethargy, laziness, indolences, weaknesses, procrastinations, postponements, non-performances, all these poison, नस नस में इतना भर गया हमारा कि ऐसे भिखमंगे, नालायक, निकम्मे, जंगली जानवर कि somebody should come and give me, then I will eat. What a worst life it is. It is better to die than to be a liability to the world. मैं तो यही कहता हूँ, भगवान, before I become liability to anyone, that I can't do things at least for my survival, let me finish my job and take me away from this world. I can't afford to be a boj burden to my Bharat Mata or to anyone, even to you, O God. That's why I do my 10 texts every day. This is the reason. That my Rishiguna, my Devata Gana, they look at me sometime. याद आएगा उनको कभी ना कभी, दास पाएगा उनको कभी ना कभी. ऐसे विश्वास मन में जमा कर we do this work. When will he bless, he will he look at us or not, that is their choice, that is their leisure, their कृपा. हमको उसके ऊपर कोई कमेंट नहीं है. But we go on doing our work. Never mind even if they don't look at us and bless, we don't deserve maybe. More effort we have to put in the present. Let's focus on what we can do. That's the slogan with which we'll conclude today. In this way, in the next 18 mantras, same beautiful, powerful discussion. Thereafter, in the next sarga also, in the 43 mantras, along with stressing on the present purushartha, how the past has to be rejected, that is being taught to us. Again, in the 7th sarga, we'll be taught once more Paurusha Pradhanyata. Again, in the Ashtama sarga also, he talks about Daiva Nirakaranam. Again, is it there in the 9th? 9th mein kya diya? After that, now the Karma Vichara. What exactly, therefore, has to be done as Purushartha. पुरुषार्थ प्राधान्यता बताया, प्रारब्ध को ढकेल दिया. What पुरुषार्थ has to be done? Slowly will guide us. Wonderful text it is. I am doing first time with you. If I do it 10 times, I may have little ability to do speak on that. All शास्त्रास पहली बार हम कर रहे हैं बाबा आपके साथ. तो इसलिए forgive me also for the language, lack of language or expression, or if at all you miss anything, you add, nothing wrong. Sometime you may be, why not sometime, anytime. You might have heard many other masters. आप खुद ही पढ़ते होंगे, आपका बुद्धि भी और सूक्ष्म होता होगा. तो ना मैं ना आप दोनों मिलकर शास्त्र पढ़कर ज्ञान को हमारा डेवलप करना है. Live life according to that jnanam and prosper and pass on that legacy to our next generation. Study Shastra, grow spiritually, and fulfill your life. The other thing should be secondary. Dharma and moksha is primary, not artha kama. Let us do like that. Thank you. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudyatya Purnameva Om Shanti Shanti. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sri Ramachandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Great text. ॐ न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव बान्धवनुभाति सत्यस्य नारायणाय नमो ब्रह्मादिवां ब्रह्मलोकादीनिमित् और श्री सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री योग वाष्ट महारामायण शास्त्र की जय। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेद व्यासादि ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्य की जय। समस्त ऋषिमुनिगण देवतागण की जय। समस्त श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास संतवांग की जय। रामायण महाभारत भागवत मनुष्य गीता ब्रह्मसूत्र योग वाष्ट पातंजलि योग दर्शन अध्यात्म रामायण संहिता शिवपुराण स्कंद पुराण त्रिपुरा रहस्य समस्त शास्त्र की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। आज की आनंद की जय। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद। जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम। अम्बे अम्बे श्री आज पराशक्ति माता की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मुमुक्षु मुक्तगण की जय। भारत माता की जय। सनातन धर्म की जय। वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय। अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय। Thanks friends for a lovely evening. Please join in 5 minutes for our 3 more text study. Atmabodha, Tripura Rahasyam, as well as Tripura Rahasya will end in 3 days. We'll be starting our तुलसी रामायण. ऐसा है मन में, प्रभु की इच्छा है तो करेंगे. And our Skanda Purana. Yeah, thank you. This freedom of online classes, so beautiful that at home staying only you can listen. But one of the very bad thing is there in it that nobody there to look at you or question you. Therefore, the listeners have so much freedom that anytime they come, anytime they go from class, thus disrespecting the speaker as well as the Shastra. So take this point positively and commit yourself, at least in some classes, to sit for the whole class in your own interest in the learning of Shastra. It's not a speaker speaking from here, the whole Guru Parampara is there. These are the inner, deeper shraddhas and attitudes which count, which matter, for which the marks are more, not for our any other things. So be regular, be sincere, be there in the entire class. Make it as a vrata anushtana. And the whole text I will study with this commitment. Otherwise, when you feel comfortable, when you feel okay, 10 minutes हमने देख लिया like a TV channel, any cinema bore लगा तो shift to the other one. In that way, you just put off this, you know, feel that you are in the class seated physically. Do you do all that? The get up anytime and go away anywhere. बैठ गए एक बार क्लास में 1.5 घंटा तो बैठ गए बस सुनने बैठ. Those were the golden days. I'm missing them. When the people are in front, looking eye to eye them, laughing, giggling, contacting them, and so beautifully explaining all the shastras. अभी मौका कम हो गया. सिर्फ ऑनलाइन टॉक. इसमें कौन आता कौन जाता है, कितना टाइम बैठता है, सुनता नहीं. Nothing is known. And the people, they think that I am not aware of it. They come and say some message to me and then go away from the class. मेरे को पता है कितने टाइम बैठे ही नहीं बैठे. No, listen to the whole class. Thank you.